So I've updated the UI. It just kind of goes, every time you use it, you'll just go through the different stages that each have steps with a bit of explanation. So the first one's setting up your environment, where you encrypt your private key here, which it gets populated here, and then next time you use it, you just have to enter the encrypted key, so you never have to re-enter your raw private key. You give it your endpoint and the router address that you're going to use. Then you set the sniper, you send the parameters to the sniper, and it'll give you messages here as to whether or not everything worked out and is valid, and then you're ready to move on to the next step. Next step, update the sniper deployment addresses. So this is, right now the sniper, it has default sniper contract addresses for mainnet and Robston. If we upgrade those, or if we want to use like Binance or Polygon, then I'll give you the deployed addresses, and you'll have to add them here and then update it before moving on. And then at each step, I have like a status area to give you updates. So this is to update the admin of the manager contract. So the manager contract is used for making withdrawals from the sniper, or for configuring the sniper with the swap parameters, and only the admin address can send those function calls to the manager contract. So before you start using this, you'll give me an address that you want to manage it with, and I'll send an update to the manager contract to update it with your address. Now, if you ever want to update it on your own, then this is what you would use. So as you can see, this is an optional step. It's not required for using the sniper. Next, configure the sniper contract. So this is where you put in the parameters of the swap that you want to be executed when the sniper is triggered by one of the swarm accounts. Next, you fund the sniper account. So this is just a convenient way to fund it. You can just give it an amount of ETH right here, obviously to cover as many snipes as you want, and you can fund it right here. But you could also just fund the sniper contract directly with a transfer. So this button will give you the sniper contract address, which will display down here, so you can just send it a transfer if you want. Or also, you can use that address to check the balance just to make sure that it got the funds. Configure the swarm. So this will allow you to get the swarm addresses, get the balances of the swarm. And also, if you want to generate a new swarm, if you don't want to keep generating using the same one, because every time we generate a swarm, the keys are just being held in a config file. So it'd be good to kind of refresh that occasionally, even though it's only going to be on your computer. And then fund the swarm here. So the amount of ETH to fund each account with, and the number of swarm accounts to fund. So maybe you generated 50 swarm accounts or 20, but you only want to fund like 5 or 10 of them, and you just specify the number here. Just scroll down here. So next, configuring the swarm sniper options. So this is where we're going to give it the conditions for the same or the second block snipe, based on what we have kind of gone over. You can have a quick look at these and get back to me on what you think. And then here's where we activate the sniper. I may be updating this. This was just from the last iteration of the UI, where it still has the MetaMask options, which I guess could be useful if you have the sniper app running that's going to be triggered, and you also maybe want to try and snipe the tokens using this admin account here that you're kind of signed in with, or whichever account you want to connect to MetaMask with. This will allow you to swap using input parameters. This is the button to start the sniper, to stop the sniper. I guess we'll have to remove this because we can't actually update the swap parameters without sending a config call, kind of like we had discussed. So this may be used in the next version. And then emergency cancel all transactions. Obviously, to be able to use this, you'll need to have enough ether in all the swarm accounts, because we'll have to send a transaction to each of the swarm accounts with zero value, but with a higher gas price and the same nonce. So you'll have to be able to cover those costs. Okay, so that is where it's at right now. I'm just going to make these quick changes right here, and then start connecting it to my the sniper script functions on the back end. Yeah.